Hello friends, today we are going to study the topic nutrition in human beings. Before getting started, let brush up the topic nutrition. What does nutrition means? Nutrition is the process of obtaining food for energy, growth and repair. The five main processes concerned with nutrition are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and ejection. Ingestion is the process of taking complex food into the body. The large, insoluble, ingested food are broken down into small, soluble molecules in the process digestion. In absorption, digested soluble molecules are absorbed into blood stream. The absorbed food is taken in by body cells for energy, growth and repair in the process called assimilation. The last process is egestion, in which undigested food which is toxic for body is removed out from the body. Let's study in detail the human digestive system. Human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and its associated glands. Alimentary canal is a 9-meter long coiled tubular structure. It begins with mouth and ends with anus. Mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine are the major organs associated with alimentary canal, while the main associated glands are salivary gland, liver, and pancreas. Human beings have special organs for ingestion of food called mouth. Food is put into mouth with the help of hands. Mouth is bordered by upper and lower lips. Mouth leads to buccal cavity where teeth, tongue and salivary glands are present. Roof of the mouth is called palate, which separate the air channel from the food channel. Muscular organ tongue, which is present on the floor of the buccal cavity, bears taste buds. Hence, tongue help in tasting, mixing of food with saliva and swallowing the food. Teeth are developed for the mastication of food into smaller pieces. Mastication means physically or mechanically breaking down of food particles. As we know, there are two sets of teeth, the first milk teeth and permanent teeth. Milk teeth are replaced by permanent teeth by the age of 12. The four kinds of permanent teeth in each row in each jaw are four incisors, two canine, four premolars, and six molars. The function of incisor is for biting the food. The canine help in tearing the food, while premolars and molars help in grinding and chewing the food properly. Buccal cavity has three pairs of salivary glands on cheek, lower jaw, and below the tongue. Salivary gland secretes saliva, which lubricates the food as it is a watery liquid and wets the food and help in swallowing. Saliva contain an enzyme, salivary amylase, also known as ptyalin, which act on starch and digest it partially. Enzymes are the biological catalyst which help in quick digestion without getting change itself. Salivary amylase break down the starch into maltose. The masticated food rolled into ball or bolus by tongue and passed into pharynx. Pharynx is the terminal end of mouth. It passes the chewed food from the mouth to the esophagus. It is the common passage for food and air. You can see a blue color flap-like structure at the beginning of a trachea. that is windpipe, which is called epiglottis. During swallowing of food, epiglottis closes the trachea and prevents the food from entering into windpipe. Esophagus is a long, tubular structure carrying food from pharynx to stomach. No digestion takes place in esophagus. Wall of esophagus is muscular. It exhibits peristaltic movement, that is, it can easily contract and relax and pushes partially digested food forward to stomach. Stomach is a wide C or J shaped muscular bag present on the left side of abdomen, that is belly. It is a space between thorax, chest cavity, and pelvic region. The wall of stomach contain gastric glands. They secrete three gastric juices: pepsin, mucus, and HCl. Pepsin starts digestion of protein into peptones. It works in acidic medium. HCl help in killing the bacteria present in the swallowed food and makes the medium acidic for activation of pepsin. Mucus, on the other hand, protect the stomach wall from HCl, as HCl can erode the inner lining of stomach, leading to the formation of ulcers, which can lead to the cancer. Food is churned or mixed by muscular action of stomach for about 3 hours and converted into creamy fluid substance called chyme. Chyme is periodically poured through the sphincter muscle into the duodenum, that is the first part of small intestine, in small amounts. This is the time to learn the two important glands, liver and pancreas. Liver. Liver is the largest gland of the body. It is of dark brown color. It is present in the abdominal cavity below the diaphragm of respiratory tract. Gallbladder is situated in the under surface of liver. Bile is secreted by liver and stored temporarily in gallbladder. Bile is the greenish yellow liquid which is alkaline. It makes the acidic food coming from stomach alkaline so that pancreatic enzymes can work on it. Bile contains salt which help to emulsify the fat, big large fat molecules into small fat globules, making it easy for the enzyme to act and digest them. Otherwise, it will be very complicated to digest the fat. Pancreas. It is situated between stomach and duodenum. It secretes pancreatic juices, contains three enzymes, that is biological catalyst, lipase, trypsin, and amylase. Small intestine. It is the longest part of alimentary canal. It is a narrow tube of 6 meter, lies coiled in the abdomen cavity. It is longer in herbivores while shorter in carnivores. Long small intestine is helpful in digestion of cellulose which is present in the grass. Cellulose is a carbohydrate food which is very difficult to digest. Small intestine is the site for complete digestion and absorption of food. It mainly consists of three parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum is the initial part. It is C-shaped into which bile and pancreatic duct open. Jejunum is the short part, small region, while ileum is the longest part. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum receives the bile and pancreatic juice and help in digestion of food. Now let's study the function of trypsin, amylase, and lipase, the pancreatic enzymes. Trypsin converts protein into peptones, peptones into peptides and amino acids. Amylase converts the undigested starch into maltose, as starch is already been digested in the mouth, while lipase converts fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Walls of small intestine has many millions of tiny long finger-like projections called villi, which increases the surface area for the absorption of digested food. After the completion of digestion, absorption takes place in small intestine. Digested food, which is absorbed through the walls of small intestine, goes into the each villus contains blood vessels and lymph vessels. Glucose, amino acids, minerals, and vitamins are absorbed directly by the blood vessels, blood capillaries of villi, while fatty acid and glycerol are absorbed by the lymph vessels, which are then emptied into blood capillaries. The undigested semi solid food is passed into large intestine. Large intestine is the last organ of the human digestive system. It is wider than small intestine. It is 1.5 meter to 1.8 meter long. Walls of small intestine absorb water from the undigested food. Due to this, the undigested food become almost solid. The main three parts of large intestine are cecum, colon, and rectum. Cecum is a sac-like structure where ileum of small intestine joins. Colon is the middle part. Cecum leads to colon. The last part of the large intestine is known as rectum, which stores the undigested food temporarily. Rectum leads to the last part, that is anus. It is kept closed by a ring of muscles called anal sphincter. It opens only during defecation. Undigested food is thrown out from the body through anus as fecal matter or stool. So, this was the concept of human digestive system. I hope you will understand each part with their proper description and function. Thank you.